Good morning, Internet. Thomas here from the Three Buff Guys, your regular weekly web show, webcam group hosted by me, Thomas, my brother William, and my dad Richard. Three average Joes on our journey to weight loss and self-improvement. How's everybody doing today? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling sore, but good.
Yep.
And you, William?
I'm feeling very good, thank you. What about you, Thomas?
I feel phenomenal. Sore as well in the calves, but we'll get into that in a little bit, right?
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely.
So, let me share my screen. It's a job to know which screen to share. I have so many.
Very important man, you know.
Let's share. Which one?
Okay. While my dad gets this little technical glitch figured out, William, how have you been doing this week? You've been feeling good? Making things happen?
I've been feeling great. I've been making lots of things happen.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure how much I want to say now before the questions come, but it's been a great week.
Yeah?
Very
good.
Yeah.
What's the weather?
Very good. Not too good. Very cloudy. It's been that way this whole week. But that's all right. No excuse to do steps. So.
Exactly. With that being said, it looks like we got these technical hitches figured out. So we want to get started.
I am a professional.
Yes.
So, looking back on last week, what went well? How are you feeling? And how did the challenges go? Let's start with you today, Thomas.
Yep. What went well this week? I finally reached the tip of the mountain, the cross, the one that I said I was going to do a couple weeks ago. We finally did it yesterday. How am I feeling? Well, that kind of ties back into the first question. My calves hurt. I got a cramp on the way down, and I'm feeling it today. But the feeling positive really outweighs the pain. Just to go into last week's challenges real quick, the exercises after the toilet, I did squats and I did burpees, and that was pretty killer as well. It was especially tough on my thighs, but I really had a good time with it. It was a lot of fun. The aerobics, I didn't do them every day. I did them 3 days, so I did not hit the minimum of 4, but I did them 3.
Okay.
7 vegan days. I'm on my second vegan day now. I didn't have 2 this week. I had 1 this week and then 1 prior. Okay. And no butter. I can't say for certain, but I am about 99% sure I haven't had butter this week.
Okay, sounds good. You, William?
Good week.
What went well this week? I think a bit of everything really. I had exams at school, and this week I have some exams, so I have a lot of studying to do, but I still managed to do all my steps, so that went very well. There's never really an excuse not to do your steps, but yeah. I'm feeling very good. A bit anxious about this week coming up, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. And the challenge, as tough as it was sometimes, it was a lot of fun, or was one of the funniest challenges that we've had up until now, I think. And I think it might be a good idea to carry on doing it. It's just fun. And with the exercise videos, I did certainly do them 4 days this week. But yeah. And vegan days, I haven't done any vegan days yet.
Okay.
And I've had butter once this week, so.
All right. Okay, then. So it's over to me. So what went well? The whole week went well. I've been out and about. I've been in the garden. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I'm feeling really good because I was in touch with a friend of mine, Johnson, lives in Singapore.
Yep.
And he tracks me on Strava. He sees how many steps I do each day, or how much I walk. And he was chatting with me via WhatsApp, and he said, "Hey, you must be losing quite some weight." And then I just turned around, I took a photo of the whiteboard and sent that to him. And he said, "Well done." He said, "Keep it up."
Mm.
And then I sent him, I told him to go to YouTube and search for 3 buff guys.
Yeah.
And he searched, and a few minutes later, he wrote back, "Holy beep, beep, beep." He said, "I watched a bit of your first video and I watched a bit of your last video." And he said, "What a phenomenal change in all 3 of you."
Mm-hmm.
So that made me feel really, really good.
Yeah.
Last week's challenge, I wasn't doing press ups or sit ups or squats or anything. I was touching my toes. You know, when you get to my age, you got to be careful.
Well, no, that's a great exercise. That is.
Yeah, I did it for the first 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And after the first 4 days, I let it go. I didn't keep doing it after 4 days. I did it occasionally, but not consequently. But for the first 4 days, definitely. The 10 minutes aerobics, I have every single day. I have done 10 minutes with
Lucy. Mm.
And 4 of the days I have done the aerobics with the link below. I have no vegan day. I've had no butter on any bread. I have been having a slice of cake each day with butter. Having said that, I still feel good. I had bread today. Once a week is bread day, and today's the day. I had a bit more bread than I should have done, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I had a semo and a raisin bread,
Mm.
and the nice spoon gorgonzola, Thomas, the stuff that you don't eat the blue, you just eat
I carve around the blue and I just take the creamy filling. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a wonderful breakfast. Enjoyed every single bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
We skipped lunch really, and we're having dinner tonight. I don't feel guilty at all. I've been working hard. Me and your mum have been working hard. So not that the food's a reward, it's just an enjoyable breakfast today.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like all 3 of us have had a good week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So today's topics. We've been at this now since the beginning of January. So far, what, if anything, has been the most difficult change to make? And also, what's the most positive impact on your journey so far? So it can be impact on yourself, impact on others. It's up to you. So let's start with you, Thomas.
I think this time around it's been a change in mentality that's been the hardest thing for me. I said, I don't know if I said it off camera last time, but I mentioned that I'd been feeling down because my weight wasn't going down, or my look, or how I look in the mirror wasn't changing as I felt it matched up to my exercise. I thought I'd be a lot further along, be looking a lot thinner, a lot better in relation to the exercise that I've been doing. The hardest part, I think, has been accepting that, this journey has been, the result of years and years of abuse and neglect on my part. And, it's not going to be an overnight change, or even few months. It's going to be a slow process, and I think sticking to it despite of that is the hardest part for me.
Okay.
I mean, I think losing weight is easy, but keeping it off, that's the hard part. And that's why you have to change your whole mentality instead of just I mean,
Exactly.
you can fast for a week and not eat anything and drop a few kilos, but then you'll just gain it back again a few days later. So
Exactly, because I love food, and that's something that is ever going to change. And so, it's all about building good habits. Enjoy yourself, but then also make good choices in other areas that can so it balances out.
Okay.
what about with you, Daddy?
Me. So, most difficult thing to change so far. Giving up butter. No, that wasn't too bad. What if anything's most the fact that God, can't really think. Just knowing. God, I honestly can't think because it's not been difficult. It's been just taking everything one day at a time, knowing that all we have to do is get through the day and get through the day well. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be better than it would have been in the past.
Yep.
So it's not really been difficult at all. And of course, giving up a few things, giving up bread, giving up butter. I thought it would be difficult, but it hasn't been. We have almost no bread, or I have almost no bread now, almost no pasta, almost no butter. And I don't feel any the worse because of it. So that's me. What about you, William?
Most difficult change is probably, I mean, since I've been doing it for just over 4 months now, but starting off doing the 10,000 steps every day. I mean, even though it's not the best or most efficient way to do exercise, it's certainly a good starting point to just give yourself the goal of doing at least something every day.
Mm-hmm.
But that was difficult at beginning, and also still is sometimes nowadays, especially because on my phone sometimes I have 1,000 steps, whereas on my watch I have like 4,000 steps, and I want them both to be above 10,000. So yeah, that's quite depressing sometimes when my phone is a lot further behind.
Okay.
Also, the change of not having breakfast, I thought it'd be a lot harder. But I mean, I think Corona helped it out a lot as well, because considering I was just at home, I didn't have to go out anywhere or do much strenuous things. So I didn't have much time to think about food. So that wasn't too difficult for me to give up breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. So, Thomas, most positive impact.
That's a difficult one to answer. There's been a lot of really positive moments on this journey. One of the biggest ones happened yesterday, as I was telling you guys, is on this walk. Sometimes when you go into weight loss, you get this feeling of either I want to do this on my own, or I feel really alone doing this. And when we were on our hike yesterday, hiking up the mountain, there were so many people. I would say an overwhelming majority of people that we saw along the way stopped, took some time, and just spoke to us, gave us encouragement. And I think that speaks to the humanity, the goodness of most people, that that they'll look at you and they might not see, or they may see something, and they take the time to give you something encouraging. That had a really, really phenomenal impact on me this time. And I also think that us coming together as a family in this journey, because we really have, I think, reached a different level that I don't think we've ever had before in terms of communication, honesty, just being there for each other. And I think that everybody coming together, I think, has been a really, really positive thing for me.
Okay. And you, William?
Also, also have the same point as Thomas. I mean, I love the fact that we get to talk every week and be honest with each other. And I'm just so proud of you guys and of myself that and everyone, Mummy, Laura, and all the people that we've managed to, and Lily, sorry, all the other people that we've managed to also encourage to lose some weight with us. It's been great. I mean, also, I've gotten many compliments about how much weight I've lost and that I look a lot better now than I did a few months ago, but I still have quite a bit of a problem accepting that, or really truly believing them, because I'm still not entirely happy with my size. So that's a bit of a personal problem of mine, but I mean, in the end, it is nice to hear. So, but yeah. What about you, Daddy?
Most positive impact. When I look in the mirror, I look younger. And when I see myself in the mirror, I think, wow, good looking chap that. Looking young. Younger each day. So that's a good thing. Also, I don't wobble as I walk now. That's positive as well.
What don't you do?
I don't wobble. I mean, my belly doesn't wobble around me. The most positive impact is, throughout my life, the worst way or if somebody wanted me to lose weight, the worst way to do it would be to tell me I had to lose weight. Because if ever I was told I had to do something, I would go and eat more and drink more just to spite them. It's crazy, but that's the fact. Most positive impact here for me is, as with you two, the fact that we spend time together, talking, having a laugh, achieving something good. I really like the fact that without any pressure applied by us, other people are coming on board. I'm really proud of Lily. The fact that she is now encouraging you and she's supporting you, and it's hard. And what she's done so far is excellent. And I really hope she continues. Laura as well, a complete change in positivity and attitude. Your mum, your grandmother, my boss. We're changing the world one person at a time, and I like it. So that makes me feel good. And the whiteboard that sits behind me, hardly a day goes by when somebody at work says, "Hey, move out of the way. Let me see how you're doing this week."
Yeah.
So, yeah, something good's happening. Okie dokie. Looking forward. This week's challenge is up to you, Thomas.
Yeah, I've got one, and I think it's going to be pretty brutal. I do. I think it's going to be pretty brutal. This week's challenge, I want to be a plank challenge. I picked this because I hate the plank. It is one of the worst things for me, but I know that it's really good for your core. I don't know how we're going to structure it in terms of whether we're going to add to it throughout the week or we're going to pick a number and just stick with that number throughout the week. But I would like to set some time aside every day to do the plank.
How long?
Like I said, I'm not quite sure about that yet. I'll give it a couple more minutes thought, and then I'll come at you with the number and let me know what you think.
It doesn't matter. The number doesn't make any sense because 20 seconds for Thomas might be all he can manage. 10 seconds for me might be all I can manage. 45 seconds for you might be all. So basically,
I think
what about the plank? Work out where your limit is.
Mm-hmm.
And see if your limit at the beginning of the week and your limit at the end of the week changes.
Mm-hmm.
But don't cheat yourself. You do it as much as you can each day until you reach your limit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How about you? Yeah, as you said, you go in the plank position, you put the timer on, you turn your phone around, and you just go as long as you can go until you collapse, and you look at your phone and do that every day. And see if, and as he says, see if at the end of the week don't look at the time, otherwise that'll influence you. So if you don't look at the time.
Good point, actually. In fact, yesterday I walked up to Sternberg and I deliberately didn't look at my phone until I got to the top. And I was 5 minutes faster this week than last week. And I'm sure part of it was because I wasn't looking at the phone. I just went and kept on going. And let's see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great job.
Okay, so plank it is then. Plus the other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to
challenge.
What's that?
We can still do the toilet challenge as well.
Yeah, okay. There are some things we want videos of and some not, okay? Yeah, maybe some video uploads this week.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And the other thing is that it's about time we got some up-to-date photographs. Because all we have currently is this guy on the front page. What I'd like to have is an up-to-date photo of each of us so that we can just put them here in front and see the difference, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you looking at, William?
Well, nothing, because you can't see really my belly because I have a jumper on, so. But I'll try and find a picture from that time when I had a shirt on. But as Johnson said, I looked at the video. No, I showed Phoebe them yesterday, the first video and our most recent video, and there's a huge difference in our faces at least. So it's really nice to know, really good to know.
Okay, so what else? Or are we done?
How has losing weight affected your guys' relationships? Friendships, relationships with your boss. Has it had any impact at all?
Yeah, it's made some of my team members realize that I'm human, or more human than before. It's inspired a few people, and it's been very positive. Mm-hmm. And you, Thomas?
I think it's done well. I think I'm happier overall. I think I'm more likable.
I think I'm happier overall. Oh,
it's one of those things. I'm not going to say, hey, do you like me more now? But I think overall, I've woken up happier. I feel better about myself, and I think that's impacted my the way I talk to people. I also feel like lately I've been a lot more confident in terms of standing up for myself and saying what I think is right. And that's I think it's definitely had an impact.
Uh, and do people at work, do they notice or?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, they do. The other day, I had someone tell me that I need to get new jeans because they're way too big on me.
Okay.
I was like,
That's nice to hear.
yeah. I mean, it was nice. And I said, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, they just look so baggy. And I was like, well, I want to say no to that because they are baggy. I mean, you can pinch a lot off around the thighs, which is that's sort of my area at the moment that I'm really self conscious about. So
Uh-huh.
I was happy to hear that. Makes you feel good.
Okay. Very good. And you, William?
Well, overall, I feel a lot more confident whether I'm with friends that are also well trained or thinner than I am, and just with anyone in general. I've just a lot more, just a lot more confident. And also when Phoebe, if she wants to go for a walk, then instead of trying to find an excuse, I'm
Mhm.
more inclined to go now. So yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
that's
better overall.
the best part, just knowing you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And also when I'm sitting in front of the TV now, I just stand up and I just jog on the spot because I want to get more steps in, and just little things like that that I wouldn't have even dreamt of doing months ago. So
Hmm.
it all has a little ripple effect somehow. It's nice. It's really good to
yeah,
see.
we should look at the steps then, shouldn't we? Just a quick update on me.
God.
And 104 this week, so getting close. It,
Uh, wow.
it's it's hard though.
What's hard?
It's hard to maintain this curve
How come?
because the amount of weight loss per week is it's reducing, but it's still going down. So I can anticipate maybe next week it might be 103.9 or something, but at least overall it's going down.
Hmm. Hmm.
There we go.
Definitely.
And one of the reasons it's going down, of course, is because of these guys. So, again, great week for everybody. So, William, you're well over your 10,000. You said that your goal was just to make the 10,000 every day.
Mm.
So, what happened? What happened here and here and here? Then you're doing a lot more than your 10,000 minimum.
Yeah, that was when I was below the 10,000 on my phone, and I still had to do some sort of exercise to get my phone up to 10,000. So that
Okay,
boosted that up a lot.
okay, let's keep it up then. That's good. And you, Thomas, as well. I don't quite understand the difference between the fifth. I suppose this is the average for the month. This
Yeah, that's
14,000.
the month. Yeah,
Hmm.
So 15,000. Yeah. What I
amazing.
like with you, Thomas, is that your Saturday ones are above the 10, and I'm sure you'll be above the 10 again today, won't you?
Yes.
Oh yes, Pa.
Yes. Yes. Woo.
Even with your sore thighs and sore everything else.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
And me, I made it again. It was hard today because I woke up with a bit of a hangover. and I couldn't get out of bed. I wanted to get up to Sternberg again, so I woke up at 6 something, but I was just too dead to get out of bed. So in the end, I managed to get out. And then today I said to your mum, I'm going for a walk. And I decided that I will not have my breakfast until I've done 10,000 steps. So by the time I got home from my walk, I'd done, I think, 8,900. So I walked around the house until I got the 10,000. Then I sat down and had breakfast. But I've made this commitment to myself that I will do everything possible to make sure that I've met the daily goal on the Garmin before our call. So, so the Garmin, is this 10,000 here?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I've got the automatic goal set. And the goal currently for today is 15,510. So I had to go and get another couple of thousand just before this call took place. But we're up there. We're keeping it up. Keeping us honest, keeping us fit.
Fantastic. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Great job.
So, Thomas,
Yes.
time to close it.
All right. Well, everybody, another week in the books, another episode down. I mean, this has been a phenomenal journey, and we're so happy to do this for you and for us. I mean, it's something we look forward to every single week. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for all of your support. We really, really, really hope you guys make some wonderful choices, live well, make good decisions, and goodbye from me. Take care and see you next week.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody. Bye for now.